Hey guys, Temporal here, and for this session we are going to be reviewing a Plat Reinhardt. I would be very surprised if this is not console of some sort with the names that I'm seeing, but maybe I'm wrong. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do feel free to like and subscribe. That definitely helps me out. Or if you're looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below. And down there, you'll see my coaching rates, can connect with other guys, participate in Recruit a Friend, all that good stuff. That Firestrike was a terrible idea. You took 300 damage of life in exchange for throwing a Firestrike that missed. Don't do that. That's again a not very good Firestrike. So Firestrikes, those aren't really good times to Firestrike. You can stand here and start a Firestrike and corner peek and throw it. You can throw a Firestrike from an unexpected angle with the corner strike. You can swing into a Reinhardt or swing into, a Briggs and go, hey, I swing, and then instead of a third swing, I cancel my second swing as soon as it's done damage with a Firestrike, something like that. But you don't just, while walking through the open like this, go, I'm walking through the open, and now here's my Firestrike at 6 people. Well, A, they can dodge it, and B, you can't shield during that time. You can't even cancel your Firestrike with a shield. So they're just going to shoot the big, giant, 7-foot tall, 8-foot tall German metal suit in front of them for way more damage than you're going to do to them. It's a bad trade. I like the aggression. I don't like that you gave away so much health with needless Firestrikes, and I don't like the fact that I don't think your team is here yet. It pains me that. Where is your support situation? Where's your Anna? Where is your Anna? Here. That's unfortunate, and that's not really on you. You wouldn't expect her to go there, so that I can't really hold that against you. Okay, that's fine. But you're clearly not getting healed, so you need to be hard shielding and rotating out, which you are. Good. Okay. So the needless Firestrike damage is on you, but this was okay. Good. You're doing a little bit of a back and forth dance here to get into the center. No. You use your barrier to get from the cover to the enemies to swing at, or to get from cover to new cover. You don't go, oh, let me go here, let me dance a little, and then let me go forward and back and forward and back. No, you go from cover to the enemy that you want to swing at. That's what we're doing. I guess I could talk about this. So there's your res. That's the back and forth I'm talking about. That's the Firestrike that I don't like. We got to fix these Firestrikes. That's a swing. Okay, I get it. You had to cancel. I know you feel like you just got burst down after that first swing. It looked like you were fine. And I agree. You were fine after your first swing. The Firestrike was bad, but you didn't get punished too bad for it. And it looks like you're okay to go for another swing right here. You've still got more than 100 armor, 365 life, and it's fine. I don't mind if you go for the second swing, but you instantly are getting melted, so you have to immediately cancel that with a barrier. So immediately pull up your shield, and you can do that. And then the only people who can hurt you are their Reinhardt and their Briggs. Those are the only ones that go through your shield. So Joanna's got a chance of keeping you up if you immediately shield here. I do mean immediately. Let's see if you... I'm going to slow it down just so we can see the frames. Do you try to put up your shield? You do not. You do not. You take the damage against their Reinhardt instead. And don't get me wrong, I get that it's their Reinhardt that gets you, but that's still a micro mistake on your part. Why are you charging in? You don't need to be back early. There's no reason for you to be back early. Just wait. You don't have a team yet. You don't have a team yet. Let Genji feed. You don't have a team yet. See this? See this? This person's back here. See this? Urana's back here. Does Urana have line of sight on you? She doesn't. What about your Mercy? Your Ashe isn't late, you're early. Your Anna isn't too far behind. You're early. Your Mercy may or may not have been able to keep up with you, but it's not her job. She's going to go up here and help the Genji and damage boost him, and then damage boost the Zarya and things like that. Anyways, she doesn't care about you, or she shouldn't. That's Anna's job. Okay, you're trying to swing. You actually could have Firestruck there. I know I've been hating on your Firestrikes, but you didn't have anyone to swing at, and you had a Zarya bubble, so you might as well take advantage of the bubble to Firestrike. Yeah, that's 100% a you tunnel pushing, not even thinking about your team status situation, where your teammates were, etc.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Okay, your Genji is down. Do you realize your Genji is down? Your Genji is down. Your Genji is down. You have 293 barrier. Why are you pushing back into this? I know you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to trade a swing and then get out, or at least that's what I hope you're thinking, but your barrier is going to break as you're trying to do this swing trade.
My ultimate is ready.
Please get out. Please get out. You used your Zarya bubble to get your swing trade, which is good. You can swing trade better than he can because you have a Zarya and he has a Roadhog. But you need to now be immediately getting over to here. Close the sight line. This can't be a real push because your team isn't here yet.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
Good. Cancel it. Yeah, so you could have canceled that last swing with the Firestrike instead. That would have been faster, but this was good. It was dumb luck. I do like that you tried to back out, you know, after that, etc. But, you know, I think that was kind of dumb luck, if we're being perfectly honest. You were pushing in to take that engage for real when you did not have as many or more teammates than enemies. Okay. Your shield is not for dancing in space like this. You can use your shield to push up to here. You can use your shield to push up to the enemy. I wouldn't recommend it for about another second, but by the time you get there, it'll probably be fine. But stay here until, you know, your team's about here, and then you push up either to the enemy or to here. No, that is not a thing. No, no. I don't even want you to swing your hammer when you're purple, and here you are fire striking. So when you turn purple, when you have a Discord on you, the answer is hard shield. I'm serious. The answer is hard shield or get behind cover. You do not get to even swing when you're purple or discorded. You know, if you get behind cover, if the Discord or the purple wears off, if you get a Zarya bubble that cures those things, that's fine. You go back to swing. But you don't even get to swing. And swing has an on-off button where you can cancel your swings with shield. You don't even get to swing when you're purple. You went for a fire strike. You can't cancel fire strikes into shielding if you're taking too much damage. And the game is very high damage right now, you'll probably notice, for tank players. You cannot afford to be fire striking when you're purple. Especially in the middle of the road. No. No, we don't fire strike from here. We could be here and we could fire strike from here. We could go fire strike from here. We don't just from here fire strike from the middle of the road. That's not a thing we do. That fire strike is fine. Unfortunate. You didn't have to be pressuring into him. They assumed that you were going to go up and brawl with him, and you could have gone up and brawled with him, but it's not wrong that you didn't because you're going to get more teammates surrounding this sight line, etc. Yeah, um, we're just going to call that unfortunate timing rather than wrong.
Barriers on. Heroes never die.
Well done.
Double kill.
Good. Shield, shield. Your Zarya will win. You just want a shield. Take the step forward to bring your Ana into your grasp. I know it's scary, but do it. Nope. Yeah.
Walk it off.
Let's move the bed around. Form up.
What are we doing? Why are we swinging at that? We had charge available. Yeah, see, charge moves things. You're not going to get to swing at her and then charge her. That's a no. Okay, good instincts to deny her the health back. Do you have any idea what the status of your team is? That's an interesting grapple, Widow. Okay. Yeah, you took too long to make a decision there. Shield. And you blocked the flash. Nice. Okay, so you tried. You were just slow. You do just literally flash your shield to drop the pulse bomb like that. Flash your shield and jump backwards is effectively the right answer.
No one can hide from the Huntress.
Let's just rewind. I just want to show you something. Best way to avoid these lost moments? Generally, when you feel lost like this, it's because you're surrounded. If you feel lost, like, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, it's generally because you're surrounded, and the right thing to do is to sort of take a flank and go collapse their surrounded some way. So let's take a look and go here. So here we are. We're pushing in. And if you look at this, you'll see this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. His Reinhardt is about to feel lost because there's a D.Va over here, a Tracer over here, a Briggs up here, and two other enemies down over here. That's why he feels lost. If you instead go, let me clear the flank, now all of the enemies are in front of you. Make sense? So if you ever feel like I'm lost, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck, like, I'm lost. I think lost was a good way to put it. Usually the right answer is, let me go clear a flank to collapse their concave. Right, I was showing this from third person just to help the guy see better what was going on. Yeah, your team's not going to help you out. You've got stuff in your back line. You've got a Briggs up there. Your engagement timing was wrong anyways, but part of why your engagement timing was wrong because you probably didn't understand that you needed to clear the angles because those angles are holding your teammates back. Your teammates, because they didn't advance with you, now can't advance because they'd be going through open stuff and they can't use cover. Too many sightlines are threatened.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. This is not your time.
Escorting the payload.
Nanoboost administered. I am unstoppable. The payload has reached.
Do you hear the pin? even if you can't see it because of how you've angled your screen. Do you hear it? No. But you're sorry, bailed you out. You got lucky. If you walk into the middle of the street and Firestrike again.
Come out and face me.
Clockwork. Clockwork. We're eliminating this from your play. I can already tell you. It'll be the first thing I say, eliminate from your play. You don't have to go into the middle here. You're not doing anything in the middle here. You can keep enforcing this corner, or you could enforce this corner if you want. You don't have to step out into the open here to do anything. Your team doesn't need you to do anything. Your team, if you're not providing them a shield, will hurry up and figure out, oh, we need to use natural cover. We'll play from here. We'll play from here. We'll play from here peeking with you. We'll play from here, etc. As you move up, your team is more and more going to do that. They're not counting on you to shield squad. Your shield, they'll use it for rotations, but your shield is to get you from you to the enemy that you want to swing at. But you don't want to get to an enemy to swing at yet. You're happy to hold this corner and make the enemies push into you while the cart gets free space. Better Firestrike. Not amazing, but better. Don't be this far out in the open. You're just giving them a shield to shoot at when otherwise they'd have nothing. Okay, so now you have 250 shield left for the rest of this fight when you could have a good 200 more shield or so. Which, you know, is twice as much. It's a pretty big deal. You generally get to do that about once per round. It's the same way you tried to get your last shatter, and it'll generally work about once. The sort of, I'm going to just force my way past the Reinhardt shield to do it. They catch on. It's a thing you can do. It's totally a thing you can do, but you can't just expect to force it as the only trick in your book for getting shatters. Why are you out here when you could have been back here swinging at the diva? Like, I don't even like this pin, but if you needed to go for this pin, you go for this pin like this, and then when you miss the pin, you swing at the diva. You kind of expect the Rhine to swing once he gets nanoed. Well, let's go back. I mean, yes, but it's kind of so predictable that you're going to... It's sort of predictable if you get nanoed as Reinhardt that, hey, the other Reinhardt would very much like to floor me right now because that would neutralize the nano. It's a pretty low-level prediction. So, like, that's not a jump for a lot of people, so it becomes pretty quickly in the realm of, hey, this is something I've got to watch out for. But yes, there is a slightly increased chance that they will be swinging. So let's jump over to our Rhine and let's slow this down. This Rhine was already swinging. Our Rhine swang and then shattered at a Rhine that was shielding the whole time. So he had plenty of feedback. He hit the shatter after he'd hit a swing, and the guy had been nanoed for the first swing, etc. You're top 500 in all rolls now, Jumbo. That's awesome. I'm thrilled to hear it. Let me know when you've got 3 accounts in top 10. You know, we'll do the humble brag, and that'll be great. You know, like my other clients. But no, good stuff. Good stuff. I really am happy for you, Jumbo. I'm not sure I believe you, but I'm happy for you. Yeah, that was predictable.
Let's keep it moving.
Oh, you're top 3 in all roles now, since we're being specific. Well, in that case, hats off to you. I don't have a hat, but hats off to you. Nicely done. Maybe.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Again, don't like that Firestrike. You wouldn't have wanted to hit that pin. It would have, I mean, you wouldn't have wanted that pin to not hit the wall. You're lucky it did, because you were unlikely to hit your target, though you could have. And if you miss, now there's a Anna and a Diva that can both turn and punish you pretty hard in a fight that you were otherwise winning.
It's quiet.
Yeah.
Escorting the payload.
Nice. Swing Firestrike. You did. You tried to swing cancel Firestrike there. That's like the first time we've seen it. Good stuff. You heard her miss sleep dart, which means you win. Good. Good. Okay. So last bit of that was cleaner. For sure, these Firestrikes are driving me nuts. These Firestrikes just in the middle of the open, and then you've got the issue with you're just pushing into fights when you don't have your team yet. You've done that a couple times now, and it's been trouble. I think when they are there, it has as much to do with, hey, they just haven't had time to become scattered yet, etc. I want you to be more aware of where your teammates are. As the tank, you sort of are the shepherd that is, you know, rounding up the lost sheep and starting the engagement when all of your lost sheep are there.
I already have a bodyguard.
You're hurting them, etc.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
You peaked early.
End objective.
You can Firestrike that. You Firestrike it with the same timing, but you don't need to show your face nearly as early as you did. Drop the Discord. Don't be swinging. Drop the Discord. There you go. Good. Leave. Good. Go back to your corner. The corner over there. We don't need to stay here. We can play this corner. We don't need to stay here. If you want to push up and fight people, you can do that. But honestly, I don't think your team is going to be with you to do that. I think this is the corner you wanted to hold. Let me rephrase that. This is the corner you wanted to hold. It was okay when you were up here. If you were with a higher level, better team that knew, hey, we can punish this. We're up 1. They haven't gotten the res yet, etc. And our hog is denying it. Yeah, it would be totally fine to push up and expect that your team is going to follow and do this. But if you're not in comms in a Plat game, it's 50-50 for whether your team is going to follow up and help like that. And with the fact that you have a Widow positioned up here, it's less than 50-50 that they're going to do that. So just be aware. Temporal has ball, one trick. Yeah, I can see that.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Do you say that because I'm obsessing over, what do you call it so hard? Engagement timings? Okay. You gotta get out of there faster, man. So if we look at this, you're stunned. It's fine. You're hard shielding and you're discorded. I like. Okay. Hard shielding. I like this. But you don't want to be like going back and forth here. You want to be with a purpose getting back to here where you can reliably clear the Discord. Thoughts on playing aggro with this hog? Yes, our resident Zen player in chat would very much be happy if you if all Reinhardts would stop dragging Discord behind cover to let it fall off and would instead just play normally, swing, Firestrike, etc. Which means it's a terrible idea because the opposing Zen is asking you to. But hey. Thoughts on playing aggro with this hog? I didn't see the moment. If you meant when your hog was playing in here, he could have been, threatening the different angles, etc. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bit, but I just don't think he's going to have full team support to do it. And even though off angles are good, off angles aren't like 3v6 good type stuff. Contesting this angle is more the hog's job. Contesting this is the Ryan's job, and the Ryan does it from here. If we're talking about like a junk angle up here, what do we mean by the junk angles? Do you mean the angles that the Junkrat is coming through, which would be security here? That's going to be on your hog. And honestly, if he's throwing stuff through here, you really don't care, and your hog will just right-click him or hook him if he peeks his head out here. Like, your hog is going to watch security, you are going to cover main, and if someone shows up here, well, they won't, because your Widow will have already dealt with it. Let's take another look. No shield. Part of why you have no barrier here is because you backed out too slowly when you were discorded. Okay. And you need to barrier again. Yeah. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Didn't need to turn away from them there, but that's okay. Should the Ryan charge into the backlines and morph into Winston? If Ryan finds a way to get duplicate, sure, he should do that. With how they power creep heroes, maybe someday he will have duplicate.
No one can hide from the hunter.
Shield, good block. Okay, you have 2 limbs, push it. Sure. No. 2 issues. We're fire striking in the middle of nowhere, but the bigger issue is this stuff over here. We are discorded, and our barrier isn't up. When we're discorded, we put our barrier up, and we go back there behind cover. Even when we're in situations of, but we got him on the run, etc., etc. No, this Zen and Junkrat will melt you while they're retreating. They will do that. Put your barrier up. No, we are not using our Firestrike. That is not what we're doing here. Well, our current Reinhardt is beyond. He's graduated past holding down the shift key. He doesn't do that, but he really likes that Firestrike. If Firestrike is there, he's going to use it. Doesn't matter if it's the wrong tool for the job. So I guess that's like we've graduated from middle school Reinhardt to high school Reinhardt. I don't know. Better. That's how I want you to Firestrike. So do you see that? Okay, you can go for it. I mean, there is a window for you to hit a meaningful shatter here. Even if Sigma deploys his shield, you can get a meaningful shatter, and your team should be in places to reasonably follow up. You're down 1. You could do it. I'd do it. Well, before that whole hog, anyway. Okay. All the way out or all the way in. No back and forth. You're either going all the way back to your group to get 6 and push out to spawn, or you're going forward to cart to get yourself eliminated on cart, but to stop cart from moving until you're eliminated. None of this back and forth crap. That's doing the worst of both worlds. So the question is it okay for him to do this Firestrike where he's peeking from cover to do it when he has Shatter? And my answer is yes. I know there's some division among players about, hey, no, you should intentionally start missing your Firestrikes, or you should stop throwing Firestrikes once you already have Shatter because you're just giving the opposing healers ult charge. Well, you are giving the opposing healers ult charge, but it does keep pressure up on the enemy team and it opens up combos. If you hit a Firestrike and it goes through a squishy, well, that could be what matters when your Ashe then also happened to throw in TNT that blows up and does damage and was damage boosted, and what do you know, a target is dead. And because you're not intentionally comboing these things, you sort of need to keep the pressure be going out the whole time. You also, you can be doing damage to multiple people with the Firestrike, and oh yeah, okay, well that's delaying them being ready to push in because they're missing health, or they have to push in through that vac because they're not going to get a better opportunity later, and they're pushing in and they're missing health. I definitely do not subscribe to the mentality of I don't want to do damage unless it's lethal. Once I have my ult. It's just not true, and you don't want to adjust your play to go with that. You want to go, hey, I am keeping pressure up on them because it is hard to advance through pressure, and it means I have to end up here in bad situations. Yeah, there we go. Leave. No. Okay. Your Ana and your Mercy can sort of see you. I don't like this. You're putting yourself, like, you got this pin, but you're putting yourself in a situation where the opposing team can see you when you really didn't have to. You could have played from here, but I'll live. Okay. Good. High ground Reinhardt? Okay. I don't know what we're doing from up here, but I'm game. That was a boring adventure. I was expecting a more interesting adventure. It's fine. You don't need to just wander out in the open like this. You can go, hey, I want to get back to this cover. Like, it's okay. I understand you didn't want to push in because you were missing health and you wanted to let your support sort of catch up on your team. That's one of those pressure things sort of that we were talking about before, where, hey, the ult didn't get any kills, but it puts your team under a lot of pressure. So, you kind of need to go, okay, let's get back here to where I can stabilize, because you weren't ready to push into the enemy team, but that doesn't mean you just stand in the open. It means you get somewhere where you can have a little bit more protection, etc. Just go to card. Yeah, so you're losing this fight and they're pushing the cart. That's the worst of both worlds. If you actually get out, potentially okay, but I don't think you're going to get out. I think they were just pushing the cart and you're losing the fight. No. No. Hey, look, it's Staggerfest 2021. I mean, okay, but that Ana was going down regardless. Okay. Or excuse me, that Mercy was going down regardless of where she was. So are you leaving or are you committing? Which is it? Okay. You are in a reasonable position. You can now push up and hold this. You are up 1 on them. You don't have anyone. Oh, no, you do have people just walking out of spawn. I'm wrong. So at this point, we go, hey, let's back off. Let's go here. I got distracted. I'm sorry. My game sense failed me. Please don't stay here. See, you turned around. You can see that they're still on their way back. And now that you can see it, you're going to tuck into the right here. It's going to be great.
Group up at my position.
Fine.
Come out and face me.
We don't round corners like this. When we round corners like this, 6 of them can see us. When we hold corners like this, only anyone over here can see us. When their Reinhardt inevitably has to break the corner because he has to press the cart, he breaks the corner, and 6 of us can see him, and we swing into him. We don't need to break the corner like this. We are the team that they have to push through because the cart is right here. We were perfectly happy here. We did not need to go here. That exposed us to everyone shooting at us. That's scary. Why did you turn away from that? No. Too predictable, and your team wouldn't have been able to follow it up. This is okay. I don't mind if you delay your death if you're stopping the cart from moving the overwhelming majority of that time. Nice, nice. Window Firestrike. So as soon as you land, you're going to break line of sight with the Zen, right? Okay.
The payload is approaching its destination.
It's doing out there? We're going the wrong way.
Get behind me.
I don't mind if you go for a Firestrike there. There was a nice angle you could have lined up a fat Firestrike down. That was not it. But it was while you had a bubble, so I'm not going to complain. Okay. Anna and Junk traded. It's in your favor.
Trace is coming down.
You heard it click. Did you not see it? Do you still not see it? Well, okay then.
60 seconds remaining.
Now you like that Firestrike angle. No, the corner's quite fine. You can play this corner. Just be aware if they come through here, but you can play this corner. And you have a friend holding this corner for you, so you shouldn't just get hard flanked on it. It's fine. Now you play this corner. See, if you were playing a corner when this happened, you just go, oh, I'm playing a corner. You're high nooning. I'm going to go here. I still contest the cart if it moves even half a meter forward. We're good. We're good. But now you're like, oh, shoot, I have to wander to cover. It's kind of slow to back up to this cover. I can try to go over here, but it's going to take me a bit to close this angle too. No, we like our corners. Corners make it very easy for us to go, nope, I'm done with that angle. Even as tanks without very good range.
I could have walked.
You've got it. Are we serious right now? You have 112 HP and no barrier. 112 HP, no barrier. 86 HP. Your lamp is immediately gone. Maybe you thought you had your lamp. Maybe that's why you were willing to do this. 86 HP and we throw a Firestrike. Mind-boggling. Remember, you can cancel swings with your shield. You can't cancel Firestrikes. I see the question. At this point, I'm going to answer the remaining chat questions at the end.
Sis, my ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is charged.
10 seconds.
We're just swinging in the middle of the road. Okay, you got pushed back. That's fine. Go to the corner. Why are you pushing back into this? Why? No. Why are we still in the middle of the road? Why are we not to the left? Why did we step forward into that? Yuzari already used her bubble on you. What are you doing? You're gonna do it, aren't you? Yeah. 100 HP, man. I know. You have a lamp going, so I'll live, but your lamp wasn't far enough forward to let you swing, and that's gonna be that.
How long is this gonna take?
And your tracer decides to save it. Okay. So, big things for you are going to be that Firestrike usage has to change. The times that I want you to use Firestrike are when you cancel a Firestrike, when you cancel a swing with a Firestrike when it is the final hit to finish off an opponent. When you are peeking a corner and you Firestrike and you can immediately reclose the angle. When you're in the middle of the road or something like that, not close enough to swing at the opponent, and your Zarya happens to give you a bad bubble. Those are all appropriate times to Firestrike. You could also Firestrike through a window. That's fine. That's pretty much it, though. We're not looking to from here Firestrike most of the time. We're not looking to from here Firestrike. We're not going, oh, hey, I'm, still, 5-10 steps from the enemies, but I'm walking towards them and I'm going to Firestrike. No, I'm going to keep my barrier up so that I still have full health when I get to the enemy and can swing at them. I do not want to Firestrike like I did at the very beginning of the match and give up 300-400 health in exchange for maybe hitting one person for 100 damage Firestrike. No. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to switch that, and we're going to have much, much better Firestrikes, and that is going to be great for our gameplay. The other thing is we are going to be more aware of how many teammates we have. We're going to be more willing to turn around before we start a fight and go, yes, I have my whole team here. Or, okay, I have one person in spawn, but I still see in the kill feed that we just recently got 2 eliminations, so we're going to take the fight anyways. We're not going to just go, okay, I walked out of spawn, forward, oh, I'm dead, I'm back in spawn. Oh, I walked out of spawn, forward, oh, I'm dead, I'm back in spawn. Oh, I walked out of spawn, forward. Okay, you did this more on offense than defense, to be fair, but I was closer to the defensive spot. So those are going to be your 2 things that I want you to work on. If you really make that a focus and go, okay, I'm working on my Firestrikes. I'm specifically working on breaking this Firestrike habit and changing how I use Firestrikes for 5, 10, 15 games, 2 days, a week, whatever. And then it should become part of internalized for you, and then you start working on the next thing. That's how you get better at Overwatch. Hope that helps. So those are the 2 things. And I've got some chat questions. Okay. So, chat questions, preferably related to Reinhardt. Yes, it was hilarious when he got through and did eventually find the trap that had been middle of his screen for a good, 3 seconds worth of time. Thoughts on Firestrike usage versus Diva? It's totally fine because you are totally fine with her using her Matrix and activating the cooldown to eat Firestrike. Like, no joke. Yes, you can get more advanced and you can coordinate it with other things to be like, okay, we're going to get her to eat the Firestrike so that we then hit the Anonade, or get her to eat Firestrike so we get the TNT and things like that. But Diva eating Firestrike is like, yep, that's fine. And if she doesn't eat Firestrike, yep, that's fine too. Diva eating Firestrike is pretty low in the calculations of do you care? Because again, if they have a Diva, it's like, oh no, their Reinhardt is going to get to their Earth Shatter faster than me. No, he's not, because if they have a Diva with their Reinhardt, I probably have a Zarya, which means I get more swings, and those are juicy. Okay. Um, anything else? Temporal, make merch of your head as a Christmas ornament. I should. I don't think I have enough fan base to justify that, but maybe in the future. Um, hey guys, Temporal here. Yeah, we can totally do that. That can be a little audio recording, or maybe it just needs to be in a soundboard. Um, Perfect. Okay, looks like that's what we have question-wise. So if anyone is looking for coaching, you can join my Discord in the description below, and through that you will see what my rates for coaching look like. You can connect with these fabulous members of the chat. You can see when I'm streaming, again, to connect with these fabulous members of the chat, or you can do the recruiter friend special, at which point I'm sure one of these fabulous members of the chat will go, oh yeah, I'll recruit you, and you'll both save 25% off the next lesson you purchase. Cool stuff like that. Other than that, we covered join the Discord. Do feel free to like and subscribe. That definitely helps me out. And with that, chat, I'll be back to do one more, I think. Yeah, I'll do one more review. Okay, literally we can schedule it. I'll message you after I do this next review. I'm gonna do one more review and then I'll message you about scheduling your next lesson. Or you could message me. You could take initiative, but I'll message you. Cool. So that's great. That's what we're gonna do. And with that, Temporal out. I'll see those of you that are watching live in just another. Give me 2 minutes. Temporal out.